Talk Radio. Coming at you live on MP3 from high on a hill above beautiful Lake Washington. My name is Lestro, and with me as always is the Guru.
Yes, sir, 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 yes, sir.
And you know how this goes. We're here to talk a little trash on the week's worth of sports. I don't know anybody except the Guru, and the Guru knows all.
Man, you know I know a little something, something, man. I just know a little something, man.
Guru, it is episode number 41, and the NBA offseason is dominating once again. Is this the best offseason in all of sports? We've had a week to digest the LeBron James deal and all the other LA Lakers news. Guru, is this team enough to compete with the Warriors, who, by the way, made their own news this week signing BOOGIE Cousins? BOOGIE Cousins?
My second cousin, baby. I love my cousins.
Plus, there's more MELO drama in OKC.
Let's sell them a melon.
You see what I did there? You see what I did there? It looks like Damian Lillard might win out of Portland, and Kawhi Leonard still doesn't have a home yet.
Our biggest star in the PNW wants out, man. They want out.
And we haven't even talked about the East. The East, Guru, there's a whole conference over there. Then, it's still World Cup time, and with semis are set, with Brazil out, we got to find out who the Guru's rooting for now.
Bourgeoisie, baby. C'est la vie.
Sounds like a hint to me. Then in segment 2, Guru continues the countdown to kickoff with a look at the top 5 tackles in the NFL. Top 5 tackles this week on Guru's Film Room.
I still love them big uglies, baby. I still love them big uglies.
Plus, you know we got the 2-minute drill. And Guru, this time we have a game time this week. TTR episode number 41.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Let's get it.
You know, Guru, I just want to start off this week. It's great to see you and all, but I want to start off this week by, we got to make note that if you were here last week, you know that we launched our YouTube videos last week on the World of Sports Network YouTube page. World of Sports Network. Make sure you get in there and subscribe to it. I want to give
turn those notifications on, baby.
Absolutely. You know you're looking at us now. You want to see some more of it. I got to say a quick shout out to Avliano Productions, who made it all possible to give us this great look. So big shout out. Thank you very much. You're going to see more work by him on the network as well, because this looks great.
He is the genius behind us, man. He make us look good. If you could make this guys look good, I mean, he could make everyone look good. Everyone look good, man. Y'all better contact that boy, man, before that check season.
So big shout out to Avliano Productions, and make sure you head over to the World of Sports Network YouTube page and subscribe, man. Subscribe. What are you doing? So Guru, how you doing, brother? Do you have a good July 4th weekend? It's good to see you.
Man, I am living the dream, brother. I am living the dream. Don't pinch me.
Did you do anything special for the 4th this year?
It was the anniversary.
I see you still got all your fingers and toes, dude, so that's good.
It was the anniversary because July 4th is not only American independence, but it's my time when I lost my independence. You know, you know, America is celebrating independence. I'm celebrating me not being independent. You know?
So shout out to Mrs. Guru.
Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of cool, but something funky happened. You know, in life, something funky always happens.
Always, man.
So I basically try to set up a way where we could go back where we met, the whole boat situation.
Look at you.
So, you know, take it back to the essence. After you put in a couple of times in, a couple of years badge, you got to go back to the essence sometimes, you know?
Right, man. Go back to where it all begins.
So long story short, I had everything planned out. We're going to rent out the private boat to watch the fireworks, man. So we had a great dinner at Green Lake. Picnic out there. So we were doing all this surprise, walked around the lake, holding hands. You know, the Guru, Guru love holding hands, man.
I
love holding hands. I'm an affectionate guy, man. And then, as we were walking back to the car, man, I got a call. And then I was like, random number. I'm like, oh, my God, should I pick it up? And then she like, pick it up. You never know. I picked it up, and, man, it was the guy we're renting the boat from, saying the people who had the boat prior to us messed up the motor.
What?
Yes. So right then and there, my fireworks on the boat, dream, and everything was just died.
Oh, man, that's terrible. Yeah. That sounds like a great way to watch fireworks.
I know, but just like the Guru, like the way you think, man, we made the best out of it, obviously. Life hit you. We made the best out of it. We still we're able to see the fireworks in the comfort of our couch.
That's nice. That's actually, in my opinion, that's almost better because you're not fighting traffic after.
We decided to go home, get on our couch, man. We ate, watched some Netflix, a bunch of Korean movies. She's on that Korean phase right now. So.
Okay.
Yeah, so I took a great nap.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
How was your 4th, though, with the family, man? It's little Lester's first 4th.
It was his first 4th of July. We actually went up to a birthday party for a 2-year-old. It was a 2-year-old birthday party for essentially a nephew, one of Emily's best friends, Mrs. Lestro. Her best friend's son had a birthday party. So we went up there, took Lil Lestro out, had a good time. I'll tell you what, though, we got home before the fireworks, and they were not nearly as much fun as they were in years prior when you're trying to keep an infant asleep when everybody's like blowing up chunks of the neighborhood around you, man. So I don't know what it was, but it was one of those, like, for the first time ever, I wanted to run around like, can you stop that?
God.
Can you please not? I mean, what is that noise?
Don't be that old man.
You gotta stop. What? No, I got a kid. He's trying to. Oh no, come on, man. He's awake now. Oh God. But we made it through. And it was a good day all around, but
hey, you got all your limbs, everything is fine. So
that's right, all 10 fingers, all 10 toes.
Exactly, that's what we could ask for, man. I hope everybody had a safe July 4th, man.
Absolutely. Now, Guru, July 4th was only some of the fireworks this week, you know? Because when we were on the air last week was when the big LeBron James news broke. We were with Denton Day, and he had the opportunity to tell us. So let's talk about the fireworks here in the NBA offseason. I got to ask you, man, is this the best offseason in all of sports?
It's so funny right now because with the emergence of the super teams, I guess the super teams, now every offseason, because everybody's signing is similarly 1-year contract and buy 1 year out and up, all this, whatever the structure of the
there's
contract.
Such a bigger free agency, that initial rush now as to see where the big name free agents are going to go, who's going to play together, what kind of team is going to happen, and all that.
It's so cute. It's like being a teenager again in high school.
It totally is. They're signing yearbooks.
Oh my gosh, man, I want to go to your team. I mean, it's like middle. I want to go to yours. Let's go to school together. You're going to be in my class. Hey, let me see your schedule. Hey, look, you have this class together. I'm going to switch it. So cute, LeBron. Look what you got started, man. King James.
# squad goals.
Selfie.
So the question, where do you think this all began? Did this start with the decision, or is this a more recent phenomenon? Because it feels more recent, but it almost seems like it has to go back to LeBron, as everything seems to.
See, that's an easy way of putting it, honestly. That is an easy way. What I'm really noticing is, if I want to take it back, it's just more the talent level, the GMs, the coaches. They are not getting the players better in a sense. You know, they're not doing their job because most of the kids are coming out at 19, 18, 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, man.
Man, it takes them at least 5 to 6 years for them to really hit the NBA professional level and make a significant mark. So that's why you notice the big-time free agent at those time in a sense, you know, because now they're in the prime. Now teams don't need to worry about the young kid. They don't got to worry about that first-round pick I drafted because now they just go get a superstar, a megastar, and you put that with their homeboys and their friends. Now you got a contender. That's how the game is going right now. It's not about it's not about the grassroots no more. It's not about my coaching staff developing. The development of players is lacking, in my opinion, personally.
Well, you know, there are some teams that are doing it. You know, that's part of the process that they talk about. It was to develop those stars, you know, get the right draft picks so you could get some stars in, work on the player development around them. And even the Warriors, you know, had a couple of years. They built their team in a much more traditional fashion. They built it through the draft, through building, through player development. And then 2 years ago, KD makes his announcement that he's going to the Warriors and changes everything again.
Everything. So they did build a draft. The Warrior had a great core, a great team. That's how I tell you. That's how a successful organization, a successful business does it. That's a great model they do. And what they did now with KD, they just enhances that. That was made them a dynasty. What they had was a great team, a great organization, a great structure, a great core, and very successful. But KD now just made them historic.
Absolutely.
Historic.
And he, 2 years ago, really set off this sort of like July 4th week, what's going to happen. And so let's talk about this offseason, because this offseason, it was all about the King.
All about the
Who
King.
made his announcement that he is going to sign with the Lakers. The Lakers immediately grabbed a couple guys to go around him. They got Lance Stevenson.
I love Rondo.
And JaVale McGee.
And Rondo.
And Rajon
I
Rondo.
love playoff Rondo, man. I love that pick, man.
Now, do you think this is enough? Is this the kind of thing that, are they going to be able to challenge the Warriors with these guys, or are they still waiting on Kawhi?
Is it? You forget with DeMarcus Cousins, right?
Okay, we'll get to that. Cause
with my cousin, my second cousin, Kurt, you still my number one cousin, baby. Don't worry, Kurt. But DeMarcus is my second cousin.
By the way, did you see the tweet this week from Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins said, I saw these things that Cousins was traded to the Warriors, and I thought, oh, crap, I got to move again or something. I thought that was great.
Oh, man. You like that? I like that, Kurt, baby. I like that.
But the team that they were putting together was a pretty good team. It seemed it wasn't, kind of that Cleveland-style team. They got better youth on the Lakers and everything. Could they compete was the question. And then can they compete again now that they've signed Boogie Cousins? The Warriors made their own announcement with Boogie.
Dude.
So let me ask you first, is this Lakers team, you think this is enough to challenge the Warriors?
No,
is this even enough to challenge the Rockets?
I think we all know, and just to harp on from last week's episode, man, this is a what we call a JV, a redshirt year. LeBron got to finish Space Jam because Space Jam is coming out next summer, so we all waiting for that.
Right.
So this is more of like
priority.
Yeah, priority Space Jams. And you know what? It's a rebuild. It's not a rebuilding year for LeBron's sake, but going to the championship 8 years, 8 straight years, you're allowed to rebuild in a redshirt year. So a redshirt year meaning you're going to the playoffs.
Probably go to the playoffs.
Yeah, go to the playoffs, but not really there to make a noise. If it happens, it happens. But then go do the most important thing that we all want. The whole America want to see freaking Space Jam 2. Stop playing with us, LeBron. Come on, Maverick. Come on, Maverick. I'm waiting for this. I know you all are going to L.A. because of Space Jam now. Don't play me.
Keep your rings. Bring me Space Jam. So then with that made the favorite was still probably Golden State. And then they had the huge Boogie Cousins announcement, signing Boogie Cousins to a one-year deal, $5.3 million. Now, he's probably not going to play for the first part of the season because he's still rehabbing. Doesn't really need to. Whatever.
They only need him in the conference final.
What do you think of this deal?
Oh man, as far as the money wise, from
Just,
what I was hearing,
from
a
whole
sources,
perspective,
from what I was hearing, teams were staying away from Boogie.
That's what he said.
Yeah, teams were staying away. But I also heard New Orleans actually gave him a 2-year offer.
In the middle of last season, they offered him 2 years, $40 million.
Yes.
And he turned it down, thinking he was going to have the bigger
himself.
contract.
Yes.
And then he, of course, got the injury.
Obviously, with Boogie, it's more of the off the court because we know what he could do on the court. Just a little thing, Boogie. Boogie's a natural every night, and he's an average 25 points per game, guys. He's a 13 rebounder guy, 13 rebound game guy, and most importantly, as a center, he's a 35% three-point shooter. As a center,
That's
especially with that type of offense they run over there in Golden State. So he fits in perfectly with them because one more thing, they lost JaVale McGee, right?
Right, he's over to the Lakers now.
JaVale averaged about 4 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, and half an assist. Don't get it wrong. I know his presence was more defensively and the hustle stats, but if you look at it, Draymond Green and McGee don't even combine for what DeMarcus Cousins does year in, year out since he's been in the NBA.
Now, the question about Cousins, you mentioned it before, has been mostly off-court stuff, has not been the on-court stuff. We know what he can do on-court. The fact about that, though, is that each of his teams kind of got better when he left them. There's last year New Orleans when it was Davis and Cousins were good. When Cousins goes down, AD takes them into the playoffs and into the second round. That's a good team then. Do you think this is going to screw things up at all on Golden State? Can this wreck their chemistry?
Golden State play basketball the right way. As far as their scheme, they move the ball around. It's not a ball-hogging type of offense.
Right.
And they always make the right play, the right passes, and the open guys. Unselfish basketball. And I think because of that style of play, it's actually going to enhance DeMarcus Cousins due to the fact that he's not even the second option on that team. Might not even be the third option. He's the fourth option, so there's never no pressure on him on a nightly basis. So DeMarcus Cousins could get his silent 25 points a game with ease because he's done it as far as being the marquee guy on the team. Now being the fourth option on the team, he might not average 21, obviously 25 because of the fourth option, but he could flat out give you 15 to 18 points in the first half with this type of offense they have.
Now, he's also kind of a rental for this year for them in that he's betting on himself, as you said. They're not going to, with the free agents that they got coming up in the year after, they're not going to be able to sign Cousins. So he's kind of betting on himself to get the big contract next time. Do you think this is a good move going to a championship team, or is he not going to get the run?
Always, because then you have that in your resume.
Absolutely, you get that ring.
You get that ring in your resume, and just being in a championship caliber, in a championship process. So that helps a lot. So I think that's going to give you, coming from a championship team, that give you extra bucks in your contract. That's just the way it is. Because you just been around championship, you know what it takes. You've been through the trial and tribulation to be a champion. So that alone, other teams want that. You could teach that to the young guys or people that have never experienced that. So that alone gives you a couple of millions.
Right, because playoff ball is a different game.
Exactamundo.
So speaking of playoff ball is a different game, the other big news that led off the season was Paul George in OKC. Him staying in Oklahoma. Now, that put them way over the salary cap because Carmelo Anthony had announced that he was planning on staying. They've announced that that's probably not going to be the case, that Melo on his way out of OKC.
Melo, yellow, see you later.
Where's he going to end up? Because Carmelo Anthony, for the lack of show that he had last year, there's no other way to put it. He did not show up for most of last year.
Dude, hey, you know that the nightlife of OKC didn't attract my man Melo, man.
Sleepy Town put Melo to sleep.
Melo is a big time city guy. So basically, what I see, Melo is going to a big time city.
So do you think, is he the kind of guy that could end up, next to LBJ? Is he the kind of guy that could end up making that Houston team? Where do you see him going?
That's the battle now.
Really? Is that it? He's not coming east, though.
It's a friendship battle now. It's like the frenemies now. All those guys, CP3, LeBron, Melo, they all got frenemies. They're all friends and all that. And now it's like, Melo, LeBron's like, hey, Melo, you ain't win one yet. I've been there 8 times.
How'd you like a ring?
How you like a ring? And then CP3 be like, hey, we almost got it.
This close.
We almost got it.
Close.
And LeBron is like,
my legs hold out. We're in.
LeBron is like, CP3 ain't never been there. I've been there 8 times. He ain't never been there. Melo, you only have me and you only have a couple of years left. Are you gonna waste it with CP3? Or you finna come to LA, baby, with La, baby? What you gonna do? Carmelo.
Hey, Carmelo, you want to roll in Space Jam? So the next question.
Sign here.
Yeah, right. I get you. You want to meet Bugs Bunny? Mm-hmm. So then the next question then, aside from Kawhi, who I have no idea what's going to happen. This is still hanging over there. I don't know where this is going, but I got to ask you about Dame Lillard, who up in Portland.
Dame, what I call him, Dame Penny.
It wasn't Dame Dollar.
The stats stuffer himself, man, Mr. Regular Season.
Well, he's been doing a little bit of chirping. It almost seems like he wants to get out of Portland. What do you think it is?
Dude, really, Dame? You talking about the greatest city in America?
No, not Portland.
The most happening nightlife. What you know about Portland, Oregon? Y'all don't know about that. The Google gonna tell you about. Hey, shout out to Portland Airport, baby.
PDX.
Great transit location.
And again, a rec legal state. I would think that would keep him there.
Hey, man, what's wrong with you, Dame? Nah, but honestly, you can see this happening, man. Dame is that
Portland team is good, but not gonna win.
They're not gonna win.
No.
You see how the West is shaping up. And you see how LeBron's coming over here now. You see other teams developing. Portland, this not happening. They're maxed out. They hit their peak. They're maxed out as far as what they could do as far as the organization. They got to make changes because something got to be done because that core group is not good enough and their style of play is not good enough to be any type of a significant contender in the West.
So where do you think he goes? Is he the kind of guy that could go east and bump a squad? I mean, could he land on the Celtics? Could he land on the Sixers?
I don't know about him and the Celtics with Kyrie. That might be a problem.
It's a bit of an issue.
That might be a problem.
It could be ugly.
Kyrie's a selfish guy, man. Kyrie likes to take over his own team.
I don't want to.
Honestly, I could see him. LBJ praised him during the season this past season.
Yeah.
He was goggly eye over him. Like, man, I wish I had Dame Lillard.
Yeah.
So, he's from Cali. I know he's from Oakland, but still, the thing is, he's an Oakland boy, and the thing I know about the Oakland guys, man, they're very, very neighborhood-centric. They love where they're from. But then there's a guy called Steph Curry who also played the same position. Now, he's taking over. He is Mr. Oakland.
Yeah, you're not going to replace him.
Exactly. So I could see Dame taking that trip down down south, you know what I'm saying, go to L.A. and play with LBJ and Rondo, my gosh, man, now I'm talking about they are ready. You give me Rondo, you give me Dame Dollar, you give me LBJ and them young kids out there, now we're talking about we have a serious problem, Houston.
Right. Now, I see what you did there, Guru. Yeah, I agree with you, though. With a team like that, Dame gets down there. That's the kind of team that takes a few months to get in, but once they make the playoffs, that is not a team you're going to want to play.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, it don't help, man. It helps Dame Dollar, man. Like, everybody want that. 23-point average, career average. 43.3% as far as field goal percentage. A 36% three-point guy. And a 6.2% career assist guy. So that alone, you add that into LeBron because LeBron makes everybody better.
Makes them better.
Makes everyone better. So
true,
you do that.
True leader on the court.
You do that. All those career number will go up.
I would love to see that. He is one of the big questions hanging out there. Hopefully, as the summer goes on, I know we're going to talk more about the NBA because Adam Silver requires it. It's a law. He's like, you got to make sure.
Dude, it's better than summer season in Hollywood, man. this is better. You know all the good blockbuster movie coming this summer. You know everything happened this summer. I'm talking about Adam Silver. What he has done in the NBA. That's what I look forward to.
It's amazing.
That's the best season in sports. It's the off season.
And not only that, they've got the summer league games going on right now too, which I actually like better than the preseason because it's all the rooks and kids and the draft picks.
Absolutely.
And seeing what they do. Just a great NBA is the best offseason.
Best offseason because we already know who's going to win the championship in the season. So we don't care about this season. We already know our season is the offseason.
For most teams, it really is. Who are you going to get? Because you ain't going to get a ring. So speaking of getting rings and the greatest offseason, Guru, we have to talk just briefly here because we're a bit short on time. We got to talk just briefly about the World Cup. Now, the semis are set. The semifinals are going to be France versus Belgium and England versus Croatia. And we saw Croatia this weekend. It was one of those with Russia, live by the penalty kick, die by the penalty kick this weekend.
You know it. They're Croatians, man.
Right, that's how it works. Now, my question for you is, you were a Brazil supporter up through here. They hit a bit of a rough patch this week.
Yeah, man, and I'm going to my French, man.
That who you with?
C'est la vie, my African French, man. My French going to Africa, got all our guys from Africa.
They got a lot.
Brought them to France, pay them that French money. I don't know what's the franc. What they call it?
The
pound?
franc.
The franc.
Yeah, the
Look
franc.
at that. Paying the franc. I mean, the only franc I know is that hot dog, man. Them beef francs out here in America. We eat francs for a living, baby. Summertime francs, beef francs. But obviously they do a good job because every country does that, man. Every country does that. You go to the country, like, you go exploit the little guys, man.
Yeah, and you got to find any of your sort of colonial and backwards roots that you can get.
Course.
Let me get those good guys down there.
Citizenship, man.
France
citizenship.
Yeah, France is the size of, like, Oregon. You've got to get the best. We got to look elsewhere for that. So you're going with France?
Yeah, I'm going with France just the fact that they got a bunch of the Africans in there, and by the African blood. Salome, baby. West Africa, stand up. Got to give shout out to all the love.
And see, I think for me, I don't have a dog in this show.
You got to go because you got to go with Croatia or England.
I'm taking Croatia. You want to know why?
Why?
Dario Saric.
Oh.
For the homie.
I see you.
I'm taking because I'm rooting for Dario to get the win here. So
there always got to be a Philly thing.
You know it's got to be a connection somehow. So I'm going to go with Croatia. With any luck, we'll see them match up in the final, France and Croatia.
But the Netherlands look good, though, man. I love Belgium, man.
Belgium looks good. Dude, Belgium looks good. And England is really sort of the story of this one so far right now. With
the Brits, man. The Brits.
Haven't been this far since the 90s. It's early 90s.
It's the Brits, man. Like,
when I think soccer.
When I think soccer, I don't think about England. You know what I think about? I think about an English commentator.
The Premier League, but the players aren't.
No, I think about the commentator.
The commentators?
The commentator is English. That's what I think about. I don't really think about the English squad being dominant because to me they're not dominant. They're just a darling.
Right.
It's just England, man. They're like, oh, look at them. They got an accent. They look at how they play. They're so cute. That's what they are to me, man. They just a cute team.
Got you.
Yeah, that's cute.
All right, Guru. Well, we got to take a quick break here on Trash Talk Radio. But when we come back, we got in our second segment, we're going to talk about the NFL as we continue the countdown toward kickoff.
Does that exist?
Yeah, still making news in the NFL.
Is it check season or is it NFL season?
You're damn right it's check season in the NFL. And we're going to talk about the top 5 tackles in the NFL this week.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then we're going to do our 2-minute drill. And Guru, the World Cup's back in game time this week. Hang on. I know that you got I know that you love the names in the World Cup, so I got a name game for you this week. It's going to be World Cup or Wizard from Harry Potter.
Oh, great, man. Look, that's what we do over here, man, at TTR.
It's so stick with us. We'll be right back after this break. Trash Talk Radio.
TTR, babe.